In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NFL games happening on January 13, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Browns versus Houston Texans. In an unexpected turn of events, the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans are set to face each other in the American Football Conference Wildcard round this Saturday. The Browns, with an 11-6 straight-up and 11-6 against the spread record, experienced a setback in their regular season finale against Cincinnati, losing 31-14 as +7 underdogs. On the other hand, the Texans secured their postseason spot with a strong finish, defeating the Indianapolis Colts 23-19 as -1 favorites. Despite the season-ending injury to Deshaun Watson, few anticipated the Browns making it to the playoffs. However, Joe Flacco stepped in and demonstrated elite quarterback skills. 3 games ago, when the Browns faced the Texans, Flacco had an outstanding performance, completing 27 of 42 passes for 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. The outcome of the game hinges on Flacco's ability to avoid interceptions. Throughout the season, Flacco has thrown for 1,616 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. The Browns running back, Jerome Ford, has been a standout with 813 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. However, Myles Garrett's questionable status due to a shoulder injury looms as a potential significant loss for the Browns. In contrast, rookie C.J. Stroud has shown promise, potentially earning him the MVP title at some point in the future. The Texans, entering the game with a 10-7 record and a 9-8 against the spread performance, clinched their playoff spot with a 23-19 victory over the Colts in their last game. Stroud's impressive stats include completing 20 of 26 passes for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Texans rookie receiver, Nico Collins, added to his stellar season with 9 receptions for 915 yards and a touchdown in the last game. The anticipation for this wild card weekend matchup is palpable, and the clash between the Browns and Texans adds an interesting dynamic for sports bettors. C.J. Stroud's emergence as a dynamic rookie quarterback has fueled the Texans' unexpected journey to the playoffs. However, historical data suggests that first-time playoff quarterbacks face challenges when competing against those with prior postseason experience. Examining the Texans' recent performance raises concerns, as they haven't defeated a top 20 defense since Week 6, and now they face the NFL's top-ranked defense in the Cleveland Browns. Despite Stroud's talent, the Texans' offensive injuries could pose challenges, especially against a formidable Browns defense. Stroud's performance in his first NFL postseason is uncertain, considering the historical struggles of rookie quarterbacks in playoff debuts. The Browns' strategy likely involves applying consistent pressure on Stroud throughout the game. However, the Texans possess a legitimate ground game led by running back Devin Singletary, who has averaged 4.5 yards per carry since Week 9. The Browns' vulnerability in run defense, evident in the last 3 weeks, could be exploited by the Texans. The matchup between Stroud and the Browns' defense, combined with the potential impact of the Texans' ground game, adds layers of intrigue to the game. On the flip side, veteran Joe Flacco aims to continue his successful run and shock the football world. Facing the Texans' tough-to-run against defense, Flacco needs to prove whether his recent success is a hot streak or a sustainable trend. The Texans' defense, while challenging to run against, has vulnerabilities in pass defense, ranking 6th in yards per passing attempt. Cleveland's formidable offensive line could play a crucial role in Flacco's ability to lead the Browns. Expecting a high-scoring game, the Browns, with Flacco under center, are anticipated to set the pace. Houston's defensive weaknesses, particularly against the pass, may favor the Browns' offense. Stroud, despite his impact, might find it challenging against Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith, who are likely to apply constant pressure. The Browns' Week 16 win over Houston showcased the potential of their offense with Flacco at the helm. While the Browns Browns dominated Houston 36-22 on Christmas Eve. The upcoming matchup holds different dynamics. Both teams concluded the season on a positive note, but Houston enjoys the home field advantage once again. Despite Stroud's impressive season, doubts about Flacco's performance in a crucial game linger. The Cleveland defense, though solid, hasn't displayed the expected dominance. The preference leans towards Houston, especially with the points at home, anticipating Flacco to outshine the young contenders. The Browns, known for their success as favorites this season with an 8-1 straight up and 7-2 against the spread record, are expected to secure victory in this matchup. The Cleveland Browns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our comprehensive full-game side pick. The belief that the Browns are the right side in their game against the Texans extends to the expectation that the Texans will struggle to score. While the narrative suggests that the Browns' defense is less effective on the road, their ability to limit pass expected points added remains consistent. Resting starters in the previous week has likely benefited the Browns, allowing key players to recover. This matchup provides an opportunity for the Browns' defense to make a statement and assert their Super Bowl contender status, regardless of quarterback limitations. With C.J. Stroud missing key offensive weapons for the Texans, Cleveland is poised to keep the rookie in check. The anticipation is for a more defensive-minded game rather than a high-scoring shootout, leading to the selection of the under the projected total as our full-game total pick. Miami Dolphins versus Kansas City Chiefs. On the evening of Super Wildcard weekend, viewers can tune into their local Peacock streaming service to witness the matchup between the third-seeded Kansas City Chiefs and the sixth-seeded Miami Dolphins. The Chiefs, led by the two-time Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes, are set to host yet another playoff game in the era of head coach Andy Reid. On the contrary, the Dolphins faced a stumbling end to their season, losing the crucial American Football Conference East Championship game against the Buffalo Bills in Week 18. The absence of standout cornerback Xavier Howard poses a notable setback for Miami. However, the potential return of key players like Raheem Mostert and Jalen Waddle reinvigorates the track team concept assembled by Mike McDaniel in the offseason. It's noteworthy that these two teams met earlier in the season in an unexpected location, Germany, with Kansas City emerging victorious with a 21-14 score. As of Tuesday, the weather forecast for the Arrowhead Field during the matchup indicated a 50% chance of snow, according to the Weather Channel. Interestingly, neither Miami nor Kansas City has experienced sub-zero temperatures in their recent playing history, as per Pro Football Reference. Should the weather forecast hold true, the Wildcard clash is poised to be among the top 5 coldest NFL games ever played. When the Saturday game commences, temperatures could plummet to a bone-chilling -10 wind chill, potentially spelling trouble for the Dolphins. A team known for its speed and accustomed to the warm Miami climate, the Dolphins faced the Buffalo Bills in their previous game with the division title on the line. Unfortunately, the offense struggled, managing only 14 points, ultimately resulting in a 7-point loss. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa encountered challenges, finishing with 173 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Injuries further compound the Dolphins' situation, with Devin Achane nursing a toe injury and Tyreek Hill dealing with both quad and ankle issues, both labeled as questionable for the upcoming game. Overcoming the cold and finding offensive success will be the key focus for the Dolphins in this matchup. This season, the Chiefs have showcased a formidable defense, but their offense has displayed inconsistency throughout. The looming question is whether they can score enough against the Dolphins. In their recent game against the Cincinnati Bengals, the Chiefs' offense performed well, scoring 25 points and securing an 8-point victory. Patrick Mahomes completed 21 of 29 passes for 245 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. While Travis Kelce is managing a neck injury, it seems unlikely that he will miss the upcoming game. The Miami Dolphins boast both offensive and defensive capabilities to secure a victory. With a solid 4-3 record on the road, excluding the Germany game, and leading the NFL in passing yards, the Dolphins anticipate the return of key players like Raheem Mostert, crucial for exploiting the Chiefs' 18th-ranked rush defense, as they lead the NFL with an impressive 5.1 yards per rush. Moreover, the Chiefs' offense has shown signs of vulnerability this season, scoring modestly against several teams late in the season. The Dolphins aim to capitalize on these weaknesses, especially with Jalen Ramsey in their secondary. The Chiefs have lost 3 of their last 4 home games, suggesting vulnerability even on their home turf. Despite the challenging weather conditions and the Dolphins' injury concerns, the Kansas City Chiefs of today differ significantly from their past iterations. Mahomes lacks a receiver he fully trusts, the running game is inconsistent, and the defense has shown vulnerabilities, especially against the run. Notably, the Dolphins and Chiefs clashed in Germany a few months ago, with the difference being a Tyreek Hill fumble return for a score. While the cold will undoubtedly impact the Dolphins, the Chiefs, not accustomed to such conditions, will also face challenges. Expect an arduous game with both teams affected by the cold. The Dolphins' offense should manage enough scoring to keep the game close, while the Chiefs may struggle to score. Although the Chiefs should be favored at home, the line, especially considering the Dolphins' injuries, suggests otherwise. On paper, the line appears lower than expected, so the Miami Dolphins to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. On the surface, the total between these teams appears surprisingly low. In theory, either team could unleash offensive explosions. However, the reliability of the Chiefs' receiving core in consistently scoring touchdowns is questionable, and the Dolphins may not find much success either. A stronger case for taking the over could be made if the Dolphins' running backs were healthy, as demonstrated in the first meeting when the Dolphins rallied in the second half. Unfortunately, Raheem Mostert, likely to play but recovering from a missed week the 18th of May, not be at full strength. Devon Achane's limited practice adds to the Dolphins' one-dimensional approach, favoring the Chiefs. Head coach Andy Reid's ability to devise a game plan to thwart the Dolphins' offense should give the Chiefs an advantage. Despite the Chiefs' historical association with offensive firepower, their performance this season, reflected in a 5-12-0 record against the over, indicates a notable shift towards lower-scoring contests. The frigid conditions at Arrowhead Stadium, with temperatures near zero and a 50% chance of snow, create an environment less conducive to the fast-paced track team style associated with the Miami Dolphins. Traveling to play in such cold conditions can disrupt offensive rhythm, further emphasized by the Dolphins' less-than-ideal record as road underdogs. Considering these factors, the expectation is for a lower-scoring game, making the under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.